Let's go. The red light is on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody up now. Let us hear it loud. Every single person, every road. Now the red light is on. Let's go.
Allin Wrestling presents Collision. Hi everybody, it's Tony Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness. We're coming to you from the Esports Stadium in Arlington, Texas, as the path to All-In continues, as we continue with our AEW Summer Series. And we are starting out with what should be a dynamic tag team match. 2 hours of AEW action. Good to have you with us as we go to the ring, and our ring announcer, Arcadiara.
Your opening tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Seattle, Washington, weighing 175 pounds, Darby Allin!
One of the most beloved and, dare I say, resilient stars in AEW history. Returning recently to represent the company at Blood and Guts. And you talked about it, Tony, the road to All-In. Just over 2 weeks away. Darby Allin, the tight opportunity to regain the TNT title from Jack Perry.
A Jack Perry that we last saw in the ring, pinned up against the cage of Blood and Guts, hit with a chair, almost set on fire, but did not quit. And it was Nick Jackson who said yes, or Matt who said yes, that's enough. But how about this for a great tag team to start things out?
And his tag team partner from Teotihuacan, Mexico, Hologram!
Well, in a little over 3 weeks, you see the record in 3-0. Hologram walks back out. We have a lot of fans who here in the Dallas Metroplex have been seeing him live, and I know fans all over the world watching him on TNT have become hologrammers.
Hologrammers, very interesting. Put that on a t-shirt. Market. It certainly is matches with El Gringo Loco. Beast Mortars have had the local crowd here a buzz with his exciting, scintillating style, Tony, that had you out of your seat faster than a flare-up of your sciatica.
Well, he's absolutely incredible, and he teams with Darby Allin here for the first time ever in their careers. Darby Allin, and if you watched last night on Rampage, you saw again Darby Allin take a hell of a beating, and the resilience he came through like you were talking about.
All right, season desist, Katie, hit the bricks, I'll take it from here.
Oh, brother.
Everybody knows that we are the premier athletes, and this is Tony Nese and Josh Woods. It's no secret that this Texas residency has been a slack-jawed nightmare for our team. Our opponents have been cheating. I've been assaulted. I have a broken arm, and the worst part is you people keep coming back and cheering for it.
It's okay, it's okay. Hey, listen up. Tonight, the premier athletes, they get another shot at Hologram, but this time he's hiding behind Darby Allin, a guy who likes to paint his face black and white. But after Nese and Woods are done with him, your face will be permanently black and blue.
Mic drop, look at that.
Yeah, a lot of big talk from the premier athletes, and Mark Sterling.
How brave and courageous is Mark Sterling to come out here with a broken arm, his sling on his shoulder. He refused to stay in the back where he would be safer. We've got to admire that, Tony.
Had he stayed in the back last week, he wouldn't have a broken arm. You ever thought it that way?
Nah.
Here we go. The match starts. Hologram against the great Josh Woods, who's a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion, and really, legitimately, just
one of the most dangerous fighters in pro wrestling today. He's a national caliber amateur wrestler, two-time All-American, absolute beast. Look at the size of him.
And you hear the chant of hologram for the fans here.
Hologram looks like a small child when he's in there with him.
After that attempt at a arm drag, he just kind of leaped right through it, and a little bit of look of frustration on the face of Josh Woods. Jam-packed 2 hours of AEW action coming your way tonight. A Texas Bull Rope match. Thunder Rosa, Deonna Purrazzo, will they finally settle the score? FTR against the Outrunners in tag team action. That's coming up tonight. Also tonight, Roosh against a man that was under his wing at one time, Preston Vance. They will go one-on-one. JR sits down with Bryan Danielson right before his big match coming up in 15 days in Wembley, and Swerve Strickland's open challenge for Eliminator match. Who will answer that tonight? We're going to find out here. Hikaru Shida will be in action tonight as well in women's competition. And then how about this for our main event? #1 contender for the Trios Championship. It's going to be the House of Black against the Bang Bang Gang and the special guest referee. I can't believe this, Christian Cage. 1, 2, and a 2. How did he maneuver that?
What are you talking about? I can't think of anybody who is better suited to referee that match than Christian Cage. He is a patriarch and a scholar, and he will call it straight down the middle.
I knew you would say that, and that remains to be seen. Monkey flip out of the corner, and Tony Nese lands on his feet. Roll up, 1, 2. The O'Connor roll didn't get it. Crossbody splash, 1, 2. Look how Darby just drove the knee across the face that time.
Great synergy between Darby Allin and Hologram for a new team. Of course, as Davari mentioned, last week the Premier Athletes were facing Hologram and Mystico. From what I understand, Mark Sterling did some legal work and he got Mystico deported.
Where do you get your
Just
information?
what I heard. It's just what I heard. And if Hologram isn't careful, if he hurts Mark Sterling again, he might find himself south of the border again.
Darby Allin looking down at Mark Sterling, who backs away with that right arm in a sling. And Josh Woods now will come back in here. Gut wrench picked up into a release German that time. Wow, is right.
Incredible strength, great leverage as well.
Big hammer throw by Josh Woods into the corner. We've had a great time on this path to All In, as we said, 15 days away. And we have been received with open arms here in Arlington, Texas. We're right in the shadow of not only where the Rangers play, but where the Cowboys play. Right here in this area in Arlington. What a wonderful sports area. And we feel so great to be a part of it. And we are so excited about the big event coming up for the second year at Wembley Stadium. And now, Josh Woods battling Darby Allin. Tickets available, by the way, at livenation.co.uk, ticketmaster.co.uk. You're going to want to join us for All In at Wembley in 15 days. And now, look at this. Mark Sterling, if he is so hurt, why didn't he stay away from the action?
He's using his legs. There's nothing wrong with his legs, would you?
Well,
Known a man the use of his legs, Tony.
Oh, how about that by Josh Woods? A lariat that knocked Darby Allin for a flip. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Last night on Rampage, Darby Allin going up against the Butcher.
He got cut in half.
Oh, man, it was unbelievable to watch that match what Darby went through and the offense that Butcher had come up with. But Darby Allin, again, the resiliency you talked about, survived. And how will he survive Jack Perry, which you know is going to come in with purpose at All In that TNT title match?
He wants to make a statement. Hold on, come on.
Roll up, 1, 2, whoa.
Perry's certainly got something to prove. It has been a long year since we were last at All In.
Darby with a slam, and
Darby teaming with Sting last year.
Yeah.
Against Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland, no less.
And
defending his title.
Right.
What a year it's been for Swerve Strickland, and what a year it will be to finally end the career of Bryan Danielson.
1, 2.
Oh!
I don't know if that is really going to happen that way. There's a chance.
A big chance, if you ask me. I've been praying every night, Tony. So,
well,
just saying, I hope I haven't wasted my prayers.
We got an open contract, an open challenge from the champ coming up a little bit later on. Swerve Strickland, open challenge for an Eliminator match. Who will that be to accept it? Coming up later on. Tag is made. And Hologram.
Remix calculation from the Premier Athletes.
Forward row tumble to get in. He's taking on both men up on top. Oh, no. Josh Woods and Tony Nese.
Whoa.
Nese got hit on that.
Again, a little bit of a miscalculation.
And Hologram comes out of that kind of a modified airplane spin with a DDT.
He's crafty. Oh, beautiful.
It was a crossbody by Tony. He turned it into a slam. He turned it into a slam, for crying out loud. Up on top. And he turns that into a T-Aris. And here he goes.
Some creative offense.
Rising knee strike, holding the back of the head. And he's going to have to roll Josh Woods over 1, 2. And Tony Nese makes the save. A lot of action in this opening match, as we said. Who will Swerve Strickland face tonight? Yes, the world champion is here. You see the great crowd we have here for Collision as the path all in rolls on. And right now, Tony Nese, I don't know, is he trying to trash talk Hologram? Hologram coming on.
Oh, right out. That's it. Taken out of the air. Here it comes.
Josh Woods caught him.
1 RL.
And here it is. 1, 2, and a save by Darby Allin, or Hologram's undefeated streak would have been over here on Collision.
1 rep max for the Premier Athletes, almost picking up the victory and making Mark Sterling a very happy man.
Darby Allin hit to the turnbuckle, rising knee that time. Here we go. Darby in trouble. And here comes Tony Nese. Rising European uppercut.
Well, you want synergy, watch this.
Well, Hologram is cutting off Josh Woods here. Enziguri, down goes Nese. Darby, as you can see on the left of your screen, still in a lot of trouble. He cannot even get to his feet here. Oh, wait a sec, hold on. He grabbed him with the right hand.
Oh my God!
Mark Sterling grabbed him with that right hand.
How brave!
Brave!
Battling through the pain.
And out goes Tony Nese.
He deserves a medal.
Bodies everywhere. Big roll up by Josh Woods. Into a forward roll.
Woods battling to get back
Hologram,
control.
1, 2, and he wins it. Oh my God.
Here are your winners, Darby Allin and Hologram.
Hologram remains undefeated on Collision. As the fans rise to their feet, he and Darby Allin worked quite well. They had a lot to contend with. Ari Daivari on the outside. Mark Sterling, who was feigning an injury.
Well, you know what they say, Tony, even a blind squirrel gets a nut from time to time.
Well, he's 4-0 if he's a blind squirrel, I can tell you that. And Darby Allin, what a way to start our telecast. Coming up later tonight, a Texas Bull Rope match between Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo.
In 1978, my father put a bull rope on his wrist. Set the standard for brutality. You do not take a Texas bull rope match lightly. I've had my share, and you don't agree to it unless you're prepared to put your body through hell and drag your opponent with you. Thunder Rosa embodies the Texas spirit, a lifetime little warrior who looks each failure in the face and dares it to try again. Deonna Purrazzo is a ruthless mastermind. She can break your limb, knock you out, and still won't stop until you beg. 12 feet of raw rope, a brass cowbell in between that has beaten generations of men. And these 2 women on either end looking to make violent history. Arlington ain't gonna be the same after this.
The voice of the legendary natural Dustin Rhodes as we prepare for the Bull Rope match. Of course, 1/3 of the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Champs. Let's go back to the ring.
The following is a Texas Bull Rope match. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. Introducing first from the graveyards of Tijuana, Mexico, the Mera Mera, Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa makes her home here in Texas, in the San Antonio area, we understand, and coming in with the Texas flag, but holding the bull rope.
Still desperately trying to pander to the fans here. She's already got an advantage. I saw her talking to Dustin Rhodes earlier today, trying to get some advice from the veteran.
Well, okay, understandable that she would do that, right?
I guess so. If you want to get an unfair advantage, why not?
It's a bull rope match. You just take the cowbell, hit your partner or your opponent over the head with it repeatedly.
Simple as that, Tony, eh? Good thing you're not wrestling.
And her opponent from Hackettstown, New Jersey, the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo.
Well, there's no doubt Deonna Purrazzo's had the number of Thunder Rosa. Thanks last time to some help from Taya Valkyrie.
Bottom line in the record books, it will say Purrazzo was victorious. Will that be the case here tonight? Oh, we heard from Dustin. We talked about 1978, the original Texas Bull Rope match with his father, Dusty Rhodes, superstar Billy Graham. And the Natural took it on almost as his own. He faced venerable veterans, the likes of Terry Funk, no less. And I did actually have a chance to talk to Dustin earlier tonight. He told me that he told Thunder Rosa, get ready to get ugly early. So you certainly prepared early today, Tony, for this one.
So what you're...
I'm not saying anything.
No, what you're saying is you got an unfair advantage by talking to Dustin on the commentary.
Well, I need it when I'm sat next to you, Tony,
right,
because you are a real encyclopedia.
Yeah, so, by the way, there's been many varieties of the bull rope match through the years that Dustin talked about. Sometimes you drag your opponent to the corner, touching all four. This is a pinfall or submission bull rope match. So the violence is going to come out, and it doesn't look like Deonna Purrazzo is too anxious to get there. As you see the cowbell, the copper cowbell in the middle.
A tug of war of sorts now between these two competitors.
Yeah, it's whoever gets them. A clothesline that time by Thunder Rosa. Two of them that time in a leg pickup. Sit out senton that time by Thunder Rosa. And there you go. I didn't think it would take long.
Yeah, long storied history between these two stars. And the beginning show of respect certainly won't last long.
Now
Strategy in this one, Tony. You've seen a lot of bull rope matches. What would you say the strategy is best here?
The strategy best is to try to do what they've been doing, that is gather up as much of the rope as you can to where you have control of the cowbell. And the cowbell is what you can use. Obviously, you can use the rope to rub across the forehead or create rope burns or whatever, but it's the cowbell that does the most damage. And by the way, this is the first career bull rope match for both of these young ladies. Oh, brother. And why not use the steel steps? Those steel steps, they have become such a weapon here in AEW.
Certainly cumbersome. What better place to have a Texas bull rope match than right here in Texas. Texas born, Texas bred. What do they say?
When I die, I'll be Texas dead, is what they say.
And that might be tonight.
By the way, Thunder Rosa, since returning from her injury of 495 days, 15-4 since that time. Whoa, how about that? The big backstabber that time. Both knees in the back of Deonna Purrazzo. She's going to try to tie Deonna up. Nope, she's going to go up top.
Well,
that's going to
last cowbell is hanging for a second precariously between the two, but all right now, Thunder Rosa.
All right now, she's in a bad way here, Nigel.
She's caught in the crosshairs of the virtuosa.
Moved out of the way, but the Virtuosa slid underneath and is going to try to pull now. Well, I thought she was going to pull her on the outside. Yep, that's what she's trying to do. Got obviously a tug of war here with that ring post between them. That's dangerous for both ladies.
And the thing of a bull rope match, Tony, is you can't get any further than 12 feet away from your opponent.
Right.
So there's no timeouts, there's no taking any space, any respite. And we might start to see. There it is.
Yes, sir.
That's it. It's over.
Controlling the cowbell.
Your winner, the Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo.
It is not over. You know that is not over as right.
I thought that was how you win.
Pinfall or submission.
Okay. Certainly a big step closer to it. Purrazzo draws first blood.
She draws first blood. And fans, this match, this bull rope match in the women's division continues in picture-in-picture. Literally first blood. As you can see, that bull rope, that cowbell, like we said, found its mark, top of the head, and Thunder Rosa here is bleeding. And there you see, still to come, we have some great action. Tag team FTR Outrunners, just the beginning. For our fans, by the way, watching internationally, yes, we are 15 days away from Allin. There you see Rouge going up against Preston Vance. We look forward to going back to the UK, where we're going to be there not only for Wembley, we're going to be there in Cardiff as well for Dynamite and Collision. Brian Danielson, a sit-down interview with Jim Ross. I'm sure you heard the one that JR had with Swerve Strickland, the world champion on Dynamite. Running clothesline that time. Speaking of Swerve, that open challenge eliminator match, who will it be? Swerve doesn't even know who it'll be. He just threw it out there. He's just going to wait and see who walks out.
That's the confidence of the AEW World Champion. Of course, we'll hear from Chris Statlander
Oh, brother.
about her recent victory over the CMLL Women's Champion, Willow Nightingale.
Yeah. And, of course, unfortunately, Stokely will be out here as well. Hikaru Shida, former world champion. We're going to hear from her. She's going to be in action. And then
our main event,
how about
the
that?
fairest man alive, Christian Cage, will call it straight down the line.
Would you stop?
As he determines who will challenge the patriarchy for the trios titles.
Okay.
Where's your money,
Well,
Tony?
listen, let me say
I hear
this.
you've got a gambling problem.
You are a lot of things. A dummy you're not, okay? You know as well as I know that Christian Cage is not a fair and square, calling down the line human being. You know that.
I beg to differ.
All right, and meanwhile, in the ring, as you can tell, that cowbell has made the difference thus far because it is all now Deonna Purrazzo. And she is just taking her time here. You see the table and the chairs being brought into the ring. Whoa. And by the way, this is all legal right here. As Mike Posey is checking in to see if Thunder Rosa is going to go out or not. But the question is, can she continue? Back with you live here on TNT, Tony and Nigel on Collision from the Esports Stadium. In the Dallas Metroplex in Arlington. The chairs were introduced by Deonna Purrazzo. She paid the price too, and no.
Whoa.
As this Texas bull rope goes on between these two ladies who have become arch enemies over the past few months here in AEW.
Certainly has picked up some gravitas now after Purrazzo had drawn first blood.
Oh! Purrazzo hits head first into a chair. And I don't know if it's the blood or what, but right now Thunder Rosa's gone crazy.
Oh, good Lord, there's no need for that.
That was her drop kick, but many times, as you know, she runs all the way from the other side of the ring. She could not, being tied to a bull rope, but she still had plenty of effect with that kick.
That didn't stop her kicking the back of Deonna Purrazzo's head.
Here it is once again, Nigel.
You could just hear the vicious, brutal violence.
Well, we knew what it would be in this match. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Deonna Purrazzo right now is in a terrible way, and she's bleeding now as well. So both ladies bleeding right now. Thunder Rosa maybe trying to end this, but no! Oh my God, she took too much time, and that left knee got hung up on the turnbuckle, and now she's hung up on the turnbuckle again. Repeated gunshots here, using the edge of that chair from a very angry, as you can tell, Deonna Purrazzo, the virtuosa. She's ready to end it right now, Nigel.
Here it is. Right into the crosshairs. Down goes the former AEW Women's Champion.
Cover, 1, 2, no sir.
Rosa still alive. We heard from Purrazzo. Ooh, yuck.
This is the second bull rope match in AEW history. Dustin Rhodes won the first back in June 2021 over Nick Camarado. How about that for going back in the history books? Well, by the way, our 5th anniversary is coming up very, very soon. You fans in Pittsburgh want to be standing by for that. Dynamite 5. How about that? And
Thunder Rosa saves herself.
She's going to try to DDT her here. Yes, she is. Oh, no. Deonna Purrazzo blocked it, and a big pump kick. Staggers. Thunder Rosa in a pickup. Big power bomb. She's going to try to do it again.
High angle.
Fans booing Deonna Purrazzo. Got style power bomb. Yes. Yes.
That could do it.
1, 2. Barely. I mean, barely did Thunder Rosa get out of that.
Hasn't come much closer to 3 without being 3. Certainly Purrazzo now in the driver's seat. We heard from her earlier this week when she disagreed with the old adage that nothing good ever comes of violence. She said she was going to summon a symphony of violence that would long outlast La Mera Mera.
All right, let's see. It's been a lot of violence in this one. As you know, you can see blood all over the ring attire of both ladies. Not only there, oh my God, the face of Thunder Rosa just trying to pull herself up here. Vance, we talked about Thunder Rosa, the former AEW Women's World Champion. Well, La Mera Mera was the champion, and of course the Virtuosa was the ROH Women's World Champion. Ooh, look at this, for 115 days. She won it right here in the Dallas area. Now just whipping here. Thunder Rosa and climbing to the middle turnbuckle. Thunder Rosa on the table. She's trying to get off. She did get off of the table. Maybe a mistake by Purrazzo by looking out to the fans, while Thunder Rosa, and now just having her with the cowbell. She bulldogged her into the table. A bulldog into a table. Deonna Purrazzo may be out.
That is violence, Texas style.
Boy, is it ever, you're a pickup. Into a shoulder breaker. Into a cover. It's over.
Here is your winner, Thunder Rosa.
What a violent battle we have seen.
With every successive chapter in this rivalry, it gets worse, more brutal and more violent. Is this though the final chapter in this 10-year rivalry?
Coming up next, FTR tag team action live here on Collision, and they will face 2 men that we have seen. Now they're checking it with Deonna Purrazzo right now. They will face 2 men who make a name for themselves, and that's the Outrunners.
Has taken an L to the youngest men alive.
Look at the emotion of this girl.
We're the Outrunners. We take what we want, when we want. coming for your gold. Because if you haven't seen the Outrunners, you haven't seen nothing yet.
Back with you. We are live on Collision. And the roar you hear from the crowd is for one of the greatest tag teams. They're standing here, as you can see, one of the greatest tag teams, not only in AEW, but dare I say, of all time. Yes, I said it. Here they come, Dax and Cash.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first at a combined weight of 442 pounds from Asheville, North Carolina, Dax, Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, FTR.
But there's another tag team out there, former world champions, taking exception to this, Nigel. First of all, let's listen in to what happened.
You do not get to cut the line to face the Young Bucks for the tag team titles. That belongs to us.
As expected, that verbal conflict didn't take long to become physical. This past week on Dynamite, it would continue with a chaotic brawl outside the ring that needed security to try to control. Let's hope things are a little bit more calm here tonight, Tony.
Yeah, they're a little bit more calm. And you know what? I get it. But the Acclaim, they've won their shot. They've got their match coming up for the Tag Team Championship. As we go back to the ring.
And their opponents from Miami Beach, Florida, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd, the Outrunners.
Listen to that beat, Tony. And ladies, if you're asking yourself, where have all the good men gone? And where are all the gods? Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? If you're holding out for a hero, Tony, look no further than Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd, because they are your men.
There's Turbo on the outside with the shades on. I love it how FTR just letting them have the ring, do their posing, whatever they got to do.
Throwback to the glory days of 1980s pro wrestling. It's like they stepped out of a time machine. They put the pro in prophylactic. The sex in sexual innuendo.
Oh,
Let's take you back to your glory days, Tony, the 1980s. Back when you could touch your toes.
here we go. Dax Harwood side headlock takeover. And Truth Magnum comes up with quite a move and wants to pose. A little wry smile on Dax Harwood. Dax, if you're going to pose, there's your hard camera. Oh, I love it.
Ever the pro, Dax the axe, and in comes Cash Wheeler. Oh, quite a physique himself.
Absolutely. FTR 52 tag team wins. All-time, second all-time, behind AEW's The Acclaimed. How about that? So these two teams are, to me, it looks like they're on, if I can use the term, a collision course of somewhat. But I don't understand what the Acclaimed are angry about. They got their shot. It's not like that.
They're angry that FTR are trying to cut the line and get a title opportunity of their own. That's what they're angry about.
Fans, there you see, we'll be at the Peterson's Event Center on Wednesday, October 2nd for our 5th year anniversary. AEW Dynamite 5. Yes, sir. Tickets at AEWTIX.com. Going to Toledo for Collision on Thursday night, October 3rd. That's at the Huntington Center, our second visit there. Right now, roll up. 1, 2.
Whoa.
In Spokane at the Spokane Arena, Tuesday, October 8th. It's Title Tuesday for AEW Dynamite. Coming to Spokane. AEWTIX.com. So make sure you join us wherever we come, to your hometown or your area. Double team here in the corner.
Sounds like you're in the 1980s, the way you deliver that, Tony.
How about that? Freddie Miller would be proud.
What do you miss about the 1980s, honestly?
What do I miss about the 1980s? There's a lot of things. Double elbow that time by the Outrunners.
You know what I miss? You could beat a guy with a vertical suplex.
Okay, there you go. I think I missed the music. A pickup. Manhattan dropped that time, and a big knife edge chop as Truth Magnum's in the wrong corner here, and a big smile on the face of Cash, and a tag is made. I would love to see the Acclaimed go up against FTR. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Only a 2 count.
That's exactly what the Acclaimed don't want. They want to get their title opportunity without having to go through FTR, who they feel haven't earned the opportunity.
Pick up, back body drop. Looking at his own partner, back body drop again. This time, Truth Magnum goes down. Floyd goes on the outside, so does Magnum. And right now, FTR ruling the ring. And this match on Collision continues in picture-in-picture. Stay with us.
Well, FTR, former AEW World Tag Team Champions, all smiles right now.
FTR, of course, two-time AEW World Tag Team Champs, Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champs. Oh, IWGP Tag Team Champions as well. As you see, Roosh and Preston Vance coming up one-on-one. There's a lot of backstory in that one that we'll be talking about. But right now, Dax, the Axe, taking on both members of the Outrunners, and looking pretty darn good right now, I would say.
He is chopping down the youngest men alive.
Who will Swerve Strickland's opponent be tonight in this elimination open challenge match? We're going to find out. Coming up a little bit later, we're going to hear from Chris Statlander with Stokely. Still to come, we'll have Lexi Nair with that. Coming up a little bit later on in this telecast. Always great having you with us on a Saturday night on Collision.
Oh, look at that.
What in the world?
He just kissed the Axe's foot.
Well, I do. Dax stumped him on the hand that time. And there you see your main event, which, again, Christian Cage, please.
You are going to eat your words, Tony Schiavone. Mark my words.
Well, how did he finagle that one? I'll never know. Oh, I know. I know how he did. The EVPs, the Elite.
There you go.
Their tentacles reaching out into this match.
Shows to have friends in high places, Tony.
Over top goes Truth Magnum. Turbo Floyd gets hammered. And right now, you see Cash Wheeler look back at the man in the ring, but he goes after Turbo Floyd here. He's going to pick him up.
Oh, a vertical suplex. Let's see if he can beat him with it. Oh.
Truth Magnum holding on, and that help matters out because Cash Wheeler's down. And Floyd comes with a big kick, big pump kick. And a tag here is made. Blow on the back. You can hear some of the fans chant Turbo, Turbo.
Well, these are likable guys. And certainly when you come from Texas, you don't see many Texans with bodies like this, do you?
Well, I wouldn't know. I know what you're trying to corner me. I know that. Paint me in the corner. Collision continues live. We are on TNT. Tony Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness. Tag is made right now. You are seeing Turbo Floyd come in, and the Outrunners making kind of a statement here.
They have certainly proved something here. The Neon Narcissists, who originally were trained by the Hustler, Rick Rogers, they have been hustling this match from the get-go.
Boy, you can see a little bit of Rip Rogers in these kids as well. Back elbows, staggering, Cash. Oh, down goes Cash.
Right behind the official's back as well.
Truth Magnum is back in here. And one blow to the jaw, and down goes Cash Wheeler. Right now, the Outrunners in charge here on Collision. Truth Magnum trying to hold on.
Does he have the leverage?
He made a tag, he made a tag. And Cash Wheeler had no idea, and he gets kicked right between the shoulder blades. One, and only a 1 count. And Wheeler is out of it.
Tag Team Wrestling 101. And certainly FTR do not want to be embarrassed here against the Outrunners, who are very capable of doing just that.
Right now, Cash Wheeler in that neutral corner fighting his way out. But it's a very, very apparent he needs to make a tag. He ducks low. He's fighting the no man's corner here. And will make the tag. A sprint, a dive, and Dax the X arrives with a variety of blows in a right hand. Floyd goes down. Magnum goes down. Running lariat, back elbow. Dax in charge in the ring. Good reversal. Nope. Full arm drag twist. And a lariat, and a big one from Dax the X.
A paucity of movement with Dax the X staying center stage.
Ducking low. Standing switch by Dax. Gut wrench to a German suplex. He's got him still. He'll do it again. He's going to try maybe 3 times. Yes! Not 4. Yes! Popping those hips. Getting the men over. It's 5. He's going to go for 6. He's going for 6. No. Standing switch. Reversal. A reversal to a switch. Dax with a pickup. And the pile driver. 1, 2. Dax saw it coming. Rolls out of the way. Truth Magnum hits his own man, and right now, how about Dax and those German suplexes?
Hold on, look now what they're setting up for.
Waiting for the shatter machine.
Give it away, Tony.
For Turbo to get up and down. The shatter machine. 1, 2, winner, FTR.
Here are your winners, Harwood and Cash Wheeler, FTR.
A very credible showing from the youngest man alive, but ultimately FTR pick up the victory and add some momentum. 15 days ahead to Allin. Will we see top guys in Wembley?
Just been told by Tony Khan, FTR is going to be paying attention this week. What a win for them. But they're going to be watching as the Acclaim get their World Tag Team title shot against the Young Bucks. That's live Wednesday on TBS on AEW Dynamite. What a night that's going to be in Norfolk, Virginia. And what a win for FTR. Right now, though, let's go backstage with our own Lexi there. Lexi.
Sabian, last time we spoke, you explicitly told Nick Wayne to come find you. But weren't you the one who found him last week on Collision?
Lex, I'm just looking to get back in the action. I'm just trying to make a name for myself here. But this is more than just about me. This is about my family. This is about my dad. This is...
Hey, Kip. Why are you ignoring the question? But more importantly, why are you still in my business? Are you obsessed with me or something? I mean, I don't blame you. I'm the youngest crowned champion in AEW history. And after 5 years, you're still a nobody in this company. But anyway, I'm tired of these games you've been playing with me for the last month or so. And I'm gonna put an end to it this week on Rampage as I step in the ring with you one-on-one. And I guarantee your dad died a loser. I'm gonna make sure you go out the same way too.
See that? That's the difference between a foreign freak like Will Ospreay and the American hero MJF.
Either you lock up with me like a real wrestler, or I'm taking my belt and I'm leaving this podunk town right now.
You just watched Kyle Fletcher get absolutely decimated by the greatest champion in the world, the American champion, the American hero, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Fletcher flinging himself at MJF. Kyle is feeling it.
I don't let my brothers in arms get hurt like that. I care about my friends. I care about my countrymen.
Todd Callis just threw the screwdriver.
Hit him with it. It's MJF.
Will Ospreay, the best wrestler in the world. My American ass.
I am. The indecision cost Fletcher here tonight.
Guys, I'm covered in my best friend's blood right now.
Ospreay locked in. MJF drops Kyle Fletcher.
Why will you still not hit the move?
Tiger!
Were you in the match with Danielson? A guy that I look up to as my hero. And I dropped him on his head. And for weeks he couldn't pick up his kid. I don't want to hit the move. And regardless of that piece of crap, nobody, and I mean nobody, deserves to be hit with that move.
If there is one person on this earth that deserves to be hit with that move, isn't it him?
August 11th, Rep Pro Michael Oku, I am coming to your call, and I am going to absolutely decimate another one of Will Ospreay's little boys. I am going to do your mentor Will Ospreay is incapable of doing. I am going to hit you with a Tiger Driver 91. And I will do the same at Wembley Stadium against Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin. You can be the feeling all you want, bruv. MJF, the American hero, ain't nothing but straight facts. You can thank me later.
MJF looks to send another message to Will Ospreay on the road to All-In at Wembley, and there you see it, Will Ospreay and MJF Sunday, August 25th for the American Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing 225 pounds, El Toro Blanco Roosh.
By the way, this match was orchestrated by Don Callis, of course, who has been pulled Roosh into the Don Callis family. Callis says he wants to see how far Roosh will go in trying to become a champion after what happened last time to Roosh. And now
it happened this week on Dynamite. So
right, that's right.
Roosh was pinned in the center of the ring and embarrassed Don Callis, who had his ire raised and had some very forceful words with El Toro Blanco and booked him against his former friend. He said, I don't want you to just beat him, I want you to hurt him.
So let's see what happens as Pedro Pelagroso makes his way to the ring.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 240 pounds, Preston Vance.
Preston Vance, who has 83 wins in his AEW career. We never thought we would see he and Roosh collide because they were such a force together. And now Roosh is like, what in the world?
Roosh has got to make a decision. His friend, his family, his friendship, or his career. Vance took to social media earlier this week and he told Roosh, remember who your family is.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying right now, Nigel.
You can read lips now, can you?
Yeah, he said, I'm your family, not Don Callis. And then he spit on the ground, which normally people do after they say Don Callis' name. Oh! I guess Roosh and Don Callis watching from backstage. Of course, you know that he would not have enough bravery to get anywhere close to what's going on in the ring.
Calling him a coward, Tony.
Yes, very much so.
You'll hear that.
Couple lariats ducking as Roosh. And the power that is Preston Vance.
What an imposing competitor Vance is. He's almost bovine.
One time had a 12-match winning streak in AEW back in 2021. So he had a lot of success, of course, as a member of the Dark Order, number 10, if you'll recall. And Roosh got him away from that. But Preston Vance now being taken from one side to the other, and now the safety rail in front. Oh, Roosh now.
Roosh, the Viscount of Violence, is known for using anything at ringside to get an advantage. Biting as well. Second generation star. His father, La Bestia, or the Beast. Certainly living up to that moniker right now. El Toro Blanco. You mess with the bull, Tony.
You get the horns. Roosh, a two-time ROH World Champion for 575 total days. Only Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal have more. And right now, you see after being repeated, or getting his head repeatedly blown to the top.
A little bit of claret coming down there with Vance.
Is that what you call it, claret?
A little bit of claret, yeah. Red, Tony.
Red, I got it. Red, I understand.
Thought you were an encyclopedia. Barely a thesaurus.
You're too much, Nigel McGuinness.
Oh,
there's still enough left in Preston Vance with blood streaming down his face to fight back now.
Wow. Roosh is trying to show Don Callis something. He's willing to do whatever it takes.
Roosh turned the other way, and a spear that time by Preston Vance. One.
Couldn't get the shoulders down, though.
Here's a pickup. Full Nelson. Full Nelson, of course, has been the premier discus lariat. A cover. 1, 2, 2 count. The full Nelson has been primarily the top move, top maneuver, if you will, from Preston Vance.
Mentioned the discus lariat, discus clothesline. Still an homage to the late leader of the Dark Order, Brody Lee.
How about that? Oh, Preston Vance says you mess with a bull, you get the horns.
He got the horns.
He certainly did. No, just kick it. Look at this. Kicking him in the face. Forearm shots. And now repeated headbutts from Roosh. Roosh is out of control. And I'm sure that's the way Don Callis likes it. One thing I agree with Don Callis about, use the screwdriver on the head of MJF. And that's what Kyle Fletcher should have done. Watch out, here it comes. Holy smokes.
Come on.
Holy smokes.
I am glad I retired.
Oh, man. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Roosh.
Well, Roosh did exactly what Don Callis told him. He didn't just beat him, he hurt him.
Roosh proving, look at that. Yeah, Don Callis likes that.
Knows how to pick him.
And Roosh comes away with yet another win here in AEW.
Wait a second, Tony. Maybe Roosh wants to gift Don Callis one more gift, one more statement.
Well, I'm hoping he's going to help Preston Vance up. I mean,
you think Don Callis would like that?
No, those eyes give me the answer. He's not done. He's going to give him the horns again. Oh, my God. The heels glanced off the shoulder that time and caught Vance flush in the face.
Don Callis was smiling before. He must be positively beaming now.
The referee's trying to... Brandon, he's getting help here from other referees. Brandon Martinez. Other referees coming out telling Roosh, get to the backstage area. Fans coming up. Darby Allin, we saw in the tag team win earlier, will take on Jack Perry for the TNT Championship. Here's a look at the champion.
Everything in life has a price. The question is how much you're willing to sacrifice for it. Those who shape the future carry the burden of destroying the past.
Scapegoat Jack Perry and former TNT champion himself, Darby Allin, one-on-one at 15 days. Coming up at Wembley Stadium at Allin. And now A very anticipated match by many of us here in AEW, and I'm sure many fans as well as we go back to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, accompanied to the ring by Prince Nana, the AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland.
Okay, so we're 15 days out from this battle, and I mean a battle is going to be with Bryan Danielson.
Continue.
Do you think this is a good thing to do?
I mean, we've got to admire his confidence. Swerve Strickland, not just 15 days away from Bryan Danielson, 4 days away from Wheeler Yuta. Dynamite this week as well, which is going to be no walk in the park. And young Yuta is going to be trying to prove a statement to Danielson and the rest of Blackpool Combat Club ahead of Wembley. We saw this past Friday, yesterday, in fact, on Rampage. How Wheeler Yuta certainly made a statement. Yeah. Look at how he did it. You know, instead of creating his own, he's now taken to having to use moves of the Blackpool Combat Club. What egos these guys have. I mean, John Moxley positively stole one of my moves.
Arlington, Texas, what's going on?
Once again, this is an open challenge. Even Swerve does not know who's going to come out and accept the challenge for the Eliminator.
Now, I know y'all didn't think y'all going to have the All-In Summit Series here at the E-Sportatorium without your AEW World Champion showing up. Am I right? 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, the main event of All-In in London will be headlined by Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson. And in 2 weeks, I own Bryan Danielson's legacy. Till then, I want me a little warm up. Till then, I have a little open challenge. So whoever's coming out here, just understand, you stepping into whose house? Nah, I handle my hard work.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the boss himself speak. Mr. Swerve Strickland is not a man to be played with. So ladies and gentlemen, whoever you're sending out, I hope they know they're going up against the most dangerous man in AEW.
Oh my God.
Oh wow, this is no warm-up.
No, it's not a warm-up.
This is an exercise in VO2 max.
And it's going to be a hell of a fight.
His opponent from Kanagawa, Japan, weighing 220 pounds, the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii.
Here he comes. Did you notice the face? And there it is again of the world champion, Swerve Strickland.
A look of understandable concern on the Swerve's face, who Nana called the most dangerous man in AEW today. His opponent here certainly could be in the conversation.
Now, Tomohiro Ishii has been a champion, a world champion all across the world. Ring of Honor World Television Champion. New Japan's never openweight title 6 times, and that's a record. IWGP Tag Team Champion. He has held titles all over the world. He would love a chance to get the AEW World title, and he has the credentials and the ability to do it.
Just to be clear, Ishii has to get a pinfall or submission on the champion to earn a future title opportunity.
A concern on the face of the world champion, obviously slow. And of course, Ishii has joined the conglomeration here in AEW with Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy.
Strickland certainly no part of a conglomeration.
Here's a shot in.
Rapid succession. Lost all the members of the Mogul Embassy. A coup de grace that became a coup d'etat. Prince Nana, the only man now, still clinging on to his coattails for his dear life.
Wow, how about that? To his coattails. Blow to the midsection. Nice move by the world champion. And how about that drop kick coming inside? Didn't expect that. He just pulled it out that quickly.
Look how calm the champion is. This is what crying Bryan Danielson will have to deal come Wembley. Cover. Let's be honest, Bryan Danielson is not in the best shape. You've seen this past week he was wearing kinesio tape all over his neck. And he has done it now. He has put it all on the line. This match between Bryan Danielson and Swerve Strickland can't lose for Bryan, let's be honest. Either he wins the AEW title or he's got an excuse for the rest of his life for never wrestling me.
15 days away, it's the final countdown for Bryan Danielson, who, by the way, everybody knows who's watching our telecast around the world knows he's not Bryan Danielson. He is one of the great, most prolific wrestlers ever in the sport. And yes, you've had your battles with him. Yes, you know it as well. Nigel?
He was lucky. He's been very lucky, Tony.
Well, luck's all a part of it, right? Building your resume and building your...
I believe in hard work.
Well, so does Bryan Danielson, but you still have to be lucky at times. And it's bad luck here for the world champion to be caught against the ropes for the Stone Pitbull.
Bryan Danielson again, making Wheeler Yuta do his dirty work on Wednesday. Trying to take the champion down a peg or two.
Drop kicks. Ishii down. Great maneuver that time by drop kicking the left knee.
I've said it before, I will say it again. Wheeler Yuta needs to step away from the Blackpool Combat Club. The best he will do by staying there is a poor imitation of the other three.
Let me say this. You go back to what was said last week. Danielson is not sitting out Wheeler Yuta. The world champion wanted Wheeler Yuta in the ring. He said that in the ring last week. You saw that.
So you can try and turn it any way you want, Tony. I know what happens behind the scenes. I know how Bryan Danielson gets what he wants.
Well, he's going to get his shot at the World Championship coming up in 15 days at Wembley Stadium. Side suplex up on top. Right now, the world champion feeling good.
It certainly is. Textbook Swerve Strickland. Oh, looks like he might take a risk here, Tony.
He is. He's going to go take flight. Oh, my God. What a maneuver from the world champion. And this match continues in picture. Stay with us.
What a picture that was. Perfect athletic execution from the AEW World Champion. Here we are, Olympic season. The Fosbury flop. That gets a 10 from me.
Spectacular, no question. And what he's been able to do here, Nigel, is keep the Stone Pitbull off his feet. And look at Nana.
A smug individual.
Boy, is he ever. And Ishii trying to...
Ishii, very low center of gravity, which is great for blocking potential pile drivers, which I think was what Strickland was going for.
Yeah, a pile driver on the apron. And look, Ishii says, come on, bring it in. And he hammers the trapezius. And one chop, and Strickland is in trouble now. Well, maybe not. Thanks first goes Ishii.
Just like that, the AEW World Champion.
There you see it. Jim Ross will be talking to Bryan Danielson. That's coming up later on. He talked with Swerve Strickland on Wednesday.
Is he going to cry again?
He doesn't cry.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're giving it away now. Why am I going to watch? Professional.
Hikaru Shida coming up.
On up Musa. Only going to be in action. And then we will find out who will challenge the patriarchy for the World Trios titles, and one would have to think at Allin.
Well, I would think with Christian Cage, the referee, it's going to be whoever he wants to face.
Now, what you're implying, Tony?
I'm implying he's a cheater, a snitch.
Well, who do you think he would prefer to face, if that's what you think?
I don't know.
It's a cover.
1, 2.
Right then, so if he doesn't have a favorite, why would he help one team over the other?
Because that's the way he is. I'm sure he does have a favorite.
He's just going to cheat for the sake of cheating.
I would
Who do you think he is, Adam Copeland?
Wow. Now, wow.
It's all right. He doesn't watch this show.
That's terrible. Right now, the Stone Pitbull trying to get up here. Back elbow. Another back elbow. And trying to rush a leg sweep maybe here. Nope. How about this? Rear chin line
and a chin bar, sapping away the energy of the stout and commanding Tomohiro Ishii.
I think as long as Ishii is standing, he's got a shot, and he is still on his feet here, even though he's in the grips here of the world champion. You are looking live at the Esports Stadium here in Arlington, Texas during the AEW Summer Series. Path to All-In, only 15 days away. The world champion Swerve Strickland with this open challenge eliminator match. And a side suplex that time, but he still holds on to the Stone Pitbull, does the world champion. And of course, in 15 days, he has Bryan Danielson for the world title at All-In in Wembley. And coming up this Wednesday, he's got a match with Wheeler Yuta. And that'll be in Norfolk, Virginia, the Chartway Arena on Dynamite. Tickets at AEWTIX.com. We'll be back here next Saturday for Esports Stadium, Arlington, Texas, for our final stop on the Summer Series. That's right, next Saturday live. Tickets at AEWTIX.com. How about this? We're going to Cardiff. Wednesday, August 25th, or 21st, that is, Wednesday the 21st, for Dynamite and Collision. Tickets available at livenation.co.uk.
A lot coming up, a lot of intrigue and excitement.
Going to Wales. Going to be there with Nigel McGuinness.
First time you've been in Wales, from what I understand.
Absolutely. I can't wait, man. We got great fans in the UK. We look forward to being there. It's going to be a great week for AEW. Right now, is it going to be a good night for the world champion?
Oh, my God.
Strickland. My God, look at this. He paused for the superplex. Swerve hit hard, and no, not yet. But Ishii almost got himself a title match. Here it is again, Nigel.
Watch this, making the champion think about it. All the blood rushing to the head and then driving the champion down. Center of the ring. Looking for a lariat, perhaps.
Ishii, yeah, showing the lariat. Swerve kicked it away. Left hand lariat that time by Ishii. Did not knock the... Oh, boy, that pump kick found its mark. Swerve up top. Ishii gives him a face plant. And Ishii now measuring Swerve here. He's going to hit the rope. Swerve comes tumbling through.
Got him.
Swerve face plants him. 1, 2. No, not yet. So close. As you can see, the pain on the face and probably a little bit of concern from the world champion Swerve Strickland. Here going up against Ishii. 15 days away from All-In.
And he is taking on unknown challengers. And he is taking on Wheeler Yuta. Bryan Danielson, he's sitting down with Jim Ross. Who's got the easier running? Thank you.
Could you stop? Who sat down with JR Wednesday? It was the world champion Swerve Strickland. And tried a neck breaker that time. There's that forearm shot. It found its marked at the side. Oh, that headbutt. Staggered the world champion with a headbutt of his own. What a fight we got. Pick up. Swerve. Rolling through again. Brainbuster. Cover 1, 2. Ishii is still alive in this matchup. Wow, what a night it's been as we get closer and closer to All-In.
Now, frustration starting to show on the face of the champion.
Before Allin.
And Prince Nana, who perhaps regrets letting the champion sign up for this match so close to Wembley Stadium.
Hey, I'm all for it. Be a fighting champion, just like Bryan Danielson. He tried a house call that time, and he missed it. And a German suplex from Ishii. There's a big pump kick. Ishii comes rumbling back up. He came right back to his feet.
Oh!
And the champion goes down.
Fighting spirit.
No question. Can this be Ishii's moment? Here he goes.
Oh, my God.
Knocked him for a loop. 1, 2. It's still going on. It's still going on. Boy, Ishii is giving the world champion everything and more.
Bryan Danielson's got to be crying tears of joy right now watching this.
A pickup, trying to brainbuster here again, maybe. No. Held it up maybe too long. Swerve slips from behind. Gary from a standing position. Pick up. And Swerve Strickland looking out at the fans.
Here it comes. Knock, knock, knock.
Yes, there it is. The house call. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, the AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland.
Well, there's no question Swerve Strickland battled and battled and battled, and now, as we approach this Wednesday, he must go back in the ring with Wheeler Yuta. And then it all in 15 days, the world title.
If Swerve Strickland hits the house call on Bryan Danielson, it is good night and good riddance.
I don't care who's in my way, I'm stomping them all out. I'm a legend. I'm the legend, Bryan. This Wednesday on Dynamite, Wheeler Yuta. Appetizers. Because I'm feasted on all the BCC.
Wow. Talking about Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club in the match this Wednesday. Speaking of the Blackpool Combat Club, here's Claudio Castagnoli, who's standing by.
Claudio Castagnoli won the Continental Collision, the challenge for the Continental Championship, which was introduced in the Continental Classic. Now that may be a tongue twister, but don't get it twisted. I want that championship before the C2 turns around again this year. And I got a great idea for a place. How about the first ever Dynamite in Europe? A Continental Championship combat in Cardiff. And if that was too fast for you, Okada, don't worry. I'll see you face to face Wednesday on Dynamite.
A challenge, and of course, face-to-face is coming up live this Wednesday on Dynamite. Let's go in the ring and Lexi Nair.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guests at this time, Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway.
Ladies and gentlemen, get out of your seats and get on your feet, because every night is Saturday night.
No, brother.
Saturday Night Fever.
Stokely brings in the former TBS champion, Chris Statlander. You know what? I've always had a lot of respect for Statlander as an athlete, as a person, but this was Stokely Hathaway. I don't get it.
He's certainly been able to get inside the head of the former TBS champion.
Let's go back to Lexi in the ring. Lexi.
Chris, Stokely, as you guys know, there are some ongoing issues between you and Willow Nightingale. And last night, she had the opportunity to speak with Renee Paquette on Rampage about some of these ongoing issues and how to resolve them. Why don't we take a look?
I valued Stat's friendship so much. I trusted her. I cared for her. I loved her. We were operating so well as a team. You know, until Until Stokely came along, and now it's like she's a different person.
Stokely, Paguerra.
So you hate him too? Renee, give me just 1 second. Big Tom, let me talk. Wembley, do you have any plans? Because I've got this idea.
Well, guys, I have some breaking news. An official challenge has been issued for Allin's 0 Hour. It will be Willow Nightingale, Tomohiro Ishii versus Chris Statlander.
Wait a minute. I know exactly what Willow Nightingale is up to. And let me just say, I think it's tacky. I think it's reprehensible. I think it's disgusting that Willow needs this short, bald guy following her around to do her evil bidding. We are from New York, and we have all the connections. So as far as a tag partner, I can go to the Bronx and find you a partner. I can go to a dojo in Harlem and find her.
Stokely, before you cut me off, in this specific challenge, there is a specific partner for Chris Statlander, and that partner is you, Stokely Hathaway.
You know, people say I'm funny, but you funny, because there is no way we are gonna
pass this up. We accept.
My God, the Statlander clearly has more faith in Hathaway than the other way around.
Wow, that is can't miss on 0 Hour. Coming up, Hikaru Shida in action. Stay with us.
Top Flight MXM Collection has requested your time, but they can't seem to be found anywhere.
They're right there.
That's right, Lexi. You've been here the entire time.
Guys, I want to talk off the top.
Gunn.
And I want to speak from the soul.
Plane.
Because we don't want to be a couple of snakes.
On a plane.
We're here to say, we're sorry.
Sorry we didn't make fun of your yee-ass haircut.
I mean, who's your barber? Helen Keller?
Enough! We are done listening to you two maximum male Barbies speak this nonsense.
Yeah, talk is cheap.
Kind of like your chain.
Oh.
Yeah, and aren't you a little too short to be a model?
Oh! So how about you two walk down that runway and meet us in the ring tonight?
Right here. I would love to, but I broke a nail in my last match, so I'm not cosmetically cleared to compete tonight.
Were you ever?
This interview is over.
Actually, I've got a question. You two fly together a lot, right? Who's taking that middle seat? Is it you, or is it Stretch?
Oh, Stretch! He's tight! Really tight!
Read this message.
Who the hell is Tawny?
It says, "Hey Leo, it's TK. Tell the guys when you see them, Top Flight versus MXM Collection next week on Collision." Now that's tight.
And Thor, let's get out of here.
They certainly make an exit, don't they?
They really do, and I guess the word from TK through Leo Rush is we've got a tag team match for next week, and we go back to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Kanagawa, Japan, Hikaru Shida! And her opponent,
Leah James, who, by the way, is from England, Romford, Essex.
I'm very familiar with James, actually, as a sparkling, ebullient, natural athlete, a real champagne supernova in the sky. But tonight, she is going to be in for the toughest match of her career against Hikaru Shida, three-time AEW Women's Champion. Defeated the current champion, Toni Storm, to start her third reign, and ever since losing the title to Storm has had a mixed bag of results. What we saw last time we saw her here on Collision was against Sky Blue Suarez, I'm sure you remember, Tony, that untimely end to the match and an injury to Sky Blue. We send Sky Blue our best wishes and hope to see her back in action soon.
Absolutely. And as Hikaru Shida walks back away from James here, Shida, by the way, with 75 wins in singles competition, more than any other women's wrestler in AEW. Moved by James. Comes up with a drop kick. We see our main event still to come. Shida over the top, German suplex. He's holding on to James here. And how about this, cross arm breaker? Juji Gatami is put on, and James trying to counter it. Does a pretty good job of it that time. Get out of it. A swinging neck breaker with the lady on the mat.
Full mount, this could be a submission. No, gave up.
Whoa,
that's the reason why, out cold.
1, 2, and no!
Oh, wow.
James came out of it.
Really showed something there now. There's Onamusha, the female samurai, looking to end this one. That's some great evasion from James. Oh, but didn't roll with that.
The knee that time from Shida.
Falcon arrow landed.
One.
Deep hook of the leg.
2, 3. How about that, brother?
Here's your winner, Hikaru Shida!
Shida, very, very aggressive. More than usual here in AEW, but win number 76. Well, coming up at All In, it could be the final countdown for Bryan Danielson. And he had a chance to sit down with the legendary JR recently.
How can you assess your success? How can you assess this journey?
You know, it's really incredible. When you signed me 24 years ago, and that contract said on the bottom, it was signed by Bryan Danielson and it was signed by Jim Ross.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. It was the most mind-blowing thing, you know what I mean? And here we are, 24 years later, and I'm ending my career, and you know, it's just an honor to be here with you. And so when I look back at all this stuff, it just feels like they're just these moments that I'll just never understand. How did I get so lucky to be able to do this thing with these people? Like I watched you as a kid, and now we're here interacting still, and just blessings, man.
It is a blessing for both of us, actually.
Yeah.
But your body started failing you a little bit over these past 24 years. How do you assess that? And what do you think of when I bring that topic up? Your neck, your arms, your knees?
Yeah, I mean, mostly, you know, I think of my neck and I think of concussions when I think of that, you know, as far as like things that I worry about or things that, okay, I have to be really cognizant of this when I go out to the ring. But honestly, I also think of all the ways that my body served me well, and the way that, you know, I've put my body through a lot. You know, a lot of the wrestlers who have wrestled for a long period of time, a lot of them haven't done the crazy stuff that I did on the independents just to get noticed, right? Like the things that I had to do to get noticed.
And you got noticed.
Yeah, the things I had to do to get noticed are just like, you know, I look back on it and like, what was I thinking? But that's kind of what I had to do. And when I look back on it now, and even the way I feel right now, I mean, the odds are I'm going to have to get neck surgery before the end of this year.
Really?
Yeah, that's, you know, that's the reality of it.
That's news.
Yeah, and that's kind of something that I've accepted is coming down. It's coming down the pike relatively soon.
Are you prepared for what it's going to take to win this match against a very hungry, driven champion?
So, you know, you always think you are, right? That's the issue. This is I've had 4 opportunities to win the AEW World Championship before, and if you asked me before each time, I would have said, I'm ready and I'm going to go do this. And then each time I failed. And, but the interesting thing is, each time I've failed, I've learned something about myself. So I feel like now, despite being, and this will be 25 years in, 25 years into wrestling.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, hard to believe. I think now I'm the best mentally I've ever been. And I think this is, and if you have to ask me what it is going to be the difference in this match, is that I think I'm the most mentally strong I've ever been in my entire career. And I think that's what's going to pull me through.
Hikaru Shida, congratulations on your win here tonight on Collision. Now, you asked for this time after your match, so talk to me about what's on your mind.
The last time we spoke, I called out Britt Baker, and she got a win on Dynamite. Congratulations, Britt! Now we're 2-2, and one day we will settle the score. But for now, I need real competition. I need a chance to go back to Wembley. And the last chance is Mercedes Moné. You said Britt is the first, but not the best. You're right, because I am the best. I am a 3-time world champion. I am the longest reigning AEW Women's World Champion in history. I am the ace of this division. So, put the TBS title on the line this Wednesday. And after I take the title, then it will be me who goes on to Wembley.
Okay, well, I've just been told by Tony Khan, yes, this Wednesday, Mercedes Moné will have to put the TBS title on the line against Hikaru Shida.
Wow, huge news.
That's just coming right to us right now. Speaking of champions, here's part of the Trios champs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the special guest referee for your Collision main event, AEW World Trios Champion, Christian Cage.
Is here. Yeah, so before we get into this travesty of justice that's going to unfold before our eyes, Hikaru Shida and Mercedes Moné TBS Championship on Wednesday when we're in Norfolk, Virginia. What a big match, and yes, it could be Shida and Britt Baker again when we get to Wembley on the 25th, 15th.
Who's going to face the patriarchy? Let's find out now.
Your Collision main event is scheduled for one fall or TV time remaining, and is a #1 contender match for the AEW World Trios Championship. Introducing first at a combined weight of 643 pounds, Colten Gunn, Austin Gunn, and Juice Robinson, the Bang Bang Gang.
That smug look from Christian Cage. Has there ever been a match like this where a member of the championship team would be a referee for a two men who are battling for a shot?
Not in my recollection, but be that as it may.
Again, the elite putting their tentacles all through this. Well, fans, want to take just a moment here to let everyone know how heartbroken I am and the entire wrestling world is about the death of Kevin Sullivan, the Taskmaster. We all called him the Devil. One of the great minds and great guys in the business. Kevin, you're one of the best ever. Rest in peace, my friend.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 745 pounds, Buddy Matthews, Brody King, and Malakai Black, House of Black.
Wow, just seeing House of Black come to the ring, kind of an homage to Kevin Sullivan. But
I'm going to say,
with these
three men who certainly embody that darkness that Sullivan embodied himself. Can they find the light, if you will, to wear the gold again?
Malakai, Buddy, and Brody. Three of the most foreboding, intense individuals that you will find in any ring anywhere around the world. And now a chance to go on and get a title shot. Now, well, I even hate to ask you this question. If you're the House of Black, if you're the Bang Bang Gang, how do you approach this match knowing that you got this guy in the corner of the ring, Christian Cage, as the special referee?
You should approach it no differently than any other referee, other than, with Christian Cage as the official, he will not be swayed in one way or the other. Other referees can be bought off. Christian Cage cannot. And have you ever seen an official looking so good in a turtleneck referee's shirt?
No, as a matter of fact, I've never seen a referee in a turtleneck before. So yes, I would agree with that statement.
And he wears it as well as ever. Cage has done for turtlenecks what Dr. Dre did for headphones, Britney Spears did for visible thongs. Finally, now take a look here, Tony.
All right, back to the corner.
Let's see what we're going to get.
Brody backs away from the very bizarre Juice Robinson, who comes away with the side headlock. Well, you got it on, fella. What are you going to do with it? Nothing much. A shoulder tackle is not going to get Big Brody kicked down. And a tag is made, or was it made at all? I'm not sure. We got a big standoff.
Look how brave Christian Cage is. Yet not on his watch.
Yeah, doing a good job backing him up.
There we are. Impartial, unbiased. Drew a line in the sand. No one can step across it.
How about
he really has the diplomatic poise of a Charles de Gaulle, wouldn't you say?
No, I would not say. How about his adopted son making a challenge for Kip Sabian for Rampage coming up? We heard that early on.
The youngest ever crowned champion in AEW history.
And Austin Gunn sending Malakai Black down, blocking the kicks. Head of steam by Austin, slides through, grabs the foot. Not a bad piece of strategy there, but now an armbar. And here comes Buddy Matthews. As solid and as technical as you're going to find, and of course he can brawl as well. Look at this. Eyeballing Christian Cage back to the corner. Christian's right.
Don't you dare, Buddy Matthews.
Buddy needs to pull away from him.
Yeah, he does.
Buddy remembers what happened backstage when he was attacked by Christian Cage and the patriarchy.
Well,
that took him
forget
out.
about the past and start living in the future. If he wants another title opportunity, not even a one count there.
Colten Gunn, 1, 2.
Look at that. How quick Christian Cage was to count that. If that's not calling it down the middle, I don't know what is.
Head scissors, now a cover. Buddy back up. Leg sweep and a cover. 2 count. Well, so far it's a stalemate, and we're going to continue this matchup in picture.
But when are you going to admit you were wrong, Tony, about Christian Cage?
The match just started. Stay cool here, dude.
Did we go back to the 1980s? Zoo bars.
I've got
your fanny pack.
I still have both, as a matter of fact. Standing switch here by Colten Gunn. I've got to admit, so far, so good. Buddy Matthews shrugging off Colten Gunn, sending Colten to the floor, using the ropes with a double foot. Here, Buddy Matthews, I think, is going to try to take flight, but Juice.
Not with Juice on the track.
Oh, and over the top, Colten hit hard. And Buddy now, here he comes. Big double axe handle blow between the shoulder blades that time. And look at Buddy, he is right in the middle of his opponents, and he did not back down at all that time, Nigel.
What a physical specimen.
It's amazing.
Spartacus. Ever watch that, Tony?
Yes, years ago.
Charlton Heston. There's another man that Christian Cage resembles.
Oh, brother. And Buddy Matthews took flight that time, and I believe hit his head on the outside.
Austin Gunn doing the right thing, taking Matthews to his half of the ringside area.
Well, I agree. And now back towards the ring. Buddy Matthews, he may have hit one of those steel plates at the bottom, or the feet.
I heard something.
Yeah, man.
It collide with metal, certainly.
It cracked it, and here is Juice Robinson out. Match continues here. The winner of this match, of course, will get a shot at the Trios Championship 15 days away, Wembley Stadium. For our fans in the UK, and of course in Europe, we had fans come from all over Europe and from the United States to join us last time. Tickets are available at livenation.co.uk and ticketmaster.co.uk. We're talking fans from Poland, from France. We had the box party last time.
All over the world, Australia, China, Japan, no less. From what I understand, you're taking your wife over there, Tony.
Yes, I am.
You had to bribe her to stay with you.
Whatever it takes.
Right now it is taking an absolute beating in the corner. Buddy Matthews has got to make a tag soon.
We are back with you, fans, for this big trios match with Christian Cage, the special referee. Who will get one? Who will get the title shot? Cage backed up here by Juice Robinson. And I got to admit, as we're 15 days away from Wembley, I got to admit that the combatants in this match, have paid more attention to the referee than he's paid to them. So they need to put that aside, right? And worry about the match.
It's hard when you're in there, when your official is as handsome and regaled as Christian Cage cover.
Got a 2 count that time.
And what a father. He truly is father of the year. A devoted and a providing father. The way he's provided for the patriarchy. I mean, look. Shayna Wayne, Mother Wayne, is now a trios champion, no less.
She's not a trios champion.
She's got the titles, but not for me.
What? You know what? I feel for Killswitch in all of this.
What's he going to do? Give it to Killswitch? That's like giving a diamond necklace to your dog.
That's right, rock hard.
You are going to regret that comment one day. And right now, Juice Robinson standing, as you can see on the head, and now the throat. And I got to admit, Christian Cage doing a good job here.
Thank you. Eat your words, Tony Schiavone.
Fans, I've been told now that we are going to...
Look at this.
Okay,
Speaking about dogs.
Speaking about dogs, I was just told that, fans, we are going to stay with the action for as long as it takes. So stay with us. We're going to find out who's going to be the #1 contender and get the title shot tonight here on TNT. So thank you for being with us. It's been a great night so far. And we've got bodies everywhere. And we've got one man standing in the ring, which of course is Christian Cage, who's doing a hell of a job. Look at this. Again,
right down the middle. Tag was made.
Maybe Christian should have been a referee instead of a
Christian didn't
wrestler.
see that. He didn't see it, so he couldn't call it.
Right, exactly. He's doing the right thing. Again, maybe he should have been a referee instead of a wrestler. You ever thought about that?
Certainly not. It's the fact that he's such a fantastic wrestler and champion that allows him to be such an impartial and fantastic official. Right now, Matthews, nobody in his corner to make a tag if he could even get over there.
Oh! Which one of this trio team is going to go on to Wembley to vie for the AEW World Trios Championship? Bang Bang Gang or the House of Black? Knee lift that time for Buddy. And that knocked Austin Gunn out of the ring. Here's a tag made. The referee saw it. And here goes Malakai with a spin heel kick that missed, but that pump kick did not. But he's taking on 2 men back elbow.
Bang Bang Gang wanted no part of that spinning heel kick at the end. Oh!
How about that leg sweep that time by Malakai Black, who hits the turnbuckles hard. Comes in and meets an elbow or making that a knee to the face. Tag is made. Moonsault that time. Ducking out of the way, Malakai. Springboard into a shooting star and down goes Colten.
King, the legal man. Oh, well done, Juice Robinson.
That was awesome. Now Colten brings him out. Oh my God! Did you see that? And Big Man can toss. Who's going to Wembley? We continue in picture-in-picture.
Well, that was 7:47. Flying through the ropes there, Brody King.
That was unbelievable. A guy that size could not only take flight like that, but be in control of his body as he goes through.
You can barely control your body when you stand up, Tony.
Well, that's age. There's a chop. And we're with the fans. This is awesome on many levels. Two great trios teams vying to go to Wembley. A member of the Trios Champions in the ring, calling her right down the middle, doing a great job. And I never thought I would say that in my life.
All of this 15 days away from Wembley Stadium, where we could potentially see the end of Bryan Danielson's career.
The final countdown is 15 days away. 2 weeks from tomorrow. Boy, Buddy Matthews, he has rebounded nicely from what happened to him on the outside. The Guns look like they want to go to sleep. And now Juice Robinson's going to join them for story time. And guess what? I think Brody's going to take flight here again. Yep. Here he goes.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my head. Man.
You are entertained, aren't you, Tony?
Yes, I am. And fans, we know you are as well.
Sadist.
Are you picking sides here? Or are you
not in the slightest. I'm just saying that you live for a little schadenfreude, so to speak.
I have been doing this long enough. I love what I see. I really do. I love to see guys just push the limit of their own bodies. And
love to see people get hurt.
Well, that's part of it.
I understand you hang around car wrecks.
No, Doing. How do you hang around a car wreck?
Once you see one, you stay there taking pictures. I'm getting off track now. Let's talk about the trio stars that are on the line. Come to Wembley Stadium.
Austin Gunn hit the apron of the ring, crashed onto the floor, and there you see it, and he's still in trouble. One of these two trios teams will go on to Wembley in 15 days to vie for the Trios Championship, either the House of Black or the Bang Bang Gang, and of course Christian Cage, the special referee, who's been doing a great job calling down the middle. He's a part of the patriarchy, of course, and they are the champs, and a tag is made, and here comes Colten Gunn. He tags in Juice, and Juice with the right hand. Right jab to the big guy, Brody. Is Brody absorbing him, or is he going down? He's going to go down with a drop kick.
And arguably the Bang Bang Gang have most guns up credibility in terms of title opportunities. They were stripped of the titles before losing them to the patriarchy.
Big Cannonball, we are with you on TNT for Collision as the path to all in Wembley Stadium continues. First of all, here's a cover. 1, 2. No, not yet. It's a 2 count. This Wednesday live will be in Norfolk, Virginia on Dynamite. And we've got quite a lineup. The Acclaim get their World Tag Team title shot against the Young Bucks, of course, of the Elite. That's coming up on TBS Wednesday, 8/7 Central, face-to-face. Okada and Claudio. Of course, Claudio's got his Continental Championship match in the future, as we know. That's good. And Jay Lethal will take on Hangman Adam Page. How about that? After that wild thing we saw a week ago, here's the big stomp. Double stomp. And now Big Brody clears his clock and covers 1, 2, and a 2 count. Don't forget Swerve Strickland will be going up against Wheeler Yuta. It's all part of Dynamite from the Chartway Arena, campus of Old Dominion in Norfolk this coming Wednesday. And a tag is made as Austin comes in. You know, also just signed, we talked about that. Hikaru Shida gets a TBS championship match against Mercedes Moné. That was just signed a few moments ago by Tony Khan, and as we said, Swerve Strickland, Wheeler Yuta.
100 reasons to tune in.
Wow. Just the closer we get to Wembley, the more the action, the violence ramps up. More things on the line. Pick up. How about that?
310 to Yuma.
310 to Yuma. 1, 2. And a save by Buddy Matthews. And that was Juice Robinson helping on the 310 to Yuma that time.
Great cohesion by the former Trios champions.
Once again, we're going to stay with it as long as it takes till we find out who's going to go to Wembley, who's going to get the title shot.
The end!
Wow, that wiped out Austin, and now a pickup, a spinning neck breaker, and a nice move that time to roll out of the ring. Here's the big guy. Boom, a boss man slam. And Juice, DDT, kick the legs out, watch out, Buddy Matthews from the top. A Meteora from the top from Buddy Matthews. And Christian Cage, who's called this down the middle, looks around and starts the mandatory 10 count. And the fans are rising here. What excitement we have. Who's going to go to Wembley? Who's going to face Christian Cage and the Patriarchy? Who can get to his feet first? Oh! Wait a minute! 10! Nobody got up! Did Christian Cage call the bell? Oh, here comes the Patriarchy! What happened here?
Let's see if we can get an official announcement, but it seems like nobody could answer the 10 count.
Well, you know what? That's exactly what he wanted. We know what's happening here now.
Very surreptitiously, this seems to have worked out in the favor of the Patriarchy.
I wonder why, and I was singing his praises moments ago.
You sucker.
You sucker.
Take a look. My mother's work is never done.
Was that hairspray she was spraying in the face of Juice Robinson?
Febreze, I think, needs to wash his tights.
And what? This was a plan. Oh my God. Oh, Austin, this is a plan for the word go. The elite,
how could Christian?
The elite, they're behind this. They should have never let it happen. This is a travesty, and we still don't know who's going to go to Wembley.
Wait, World.
He's got to worry about Rampage coming up and Kip Sabian next Friday. Look at this. They are trying to take out all the teams. They are trying to end the competition. This is what this is all about.
Smart move from Christian Cage.
They just busted the leg of Buddy Matthews, and now they're going to try to bust out all. Throwing Colten Gunn down on a steel chair.
Come Wembley Stadium, there will be no one to challenge the Patriarchy for the Trios titles.
And that's exactly what they wanted. That's exactly why he inserted himself as the special referee, he being Christian Cage. I gotta admit, it's a smart move. Look at this. You heard a fan say, come on, he's hurt. He's gonna put a kill switch on Malakai on the steel chair. What the?
He's certainly hurt now.
What in the world have we just seen? Both teams, special referee, threw him out. Who is going to contend at Wembley for the Trios Championship? Who is going to stop Christian Cage and the Patriarchy? We'll see you Wednesday live on TBS for Dynamite from Norfolk. Good night.